Jim, Mnuchin's appearance this morning did bring us something new, and that was the notion of Phase 2A, Phase 2B, Phase 2C. So stories evolving rapidly.
Look, I think that the takeaway for me is that tariffs worked. If you go back in time, people just said, listen, tariffs won't work, won't change them. The Chinese are all powerful. Tariffs will hurt our consumer. The consumer is going to see a lot of inflation, both at the producer level and the consumer level, ultimately, which is going to hurt the U.S. economy. None of that happened. The whole narrative is that China caved, and China's going to continue to cave because we didn't take the tariffs off. So I keep wondering when people are going to recognize that it is historic that tariffs did succeed. They weren't supposed to work. The Chinese were supposed to be able to get around them. It didn't happen. The Chinese were kind of accepting that they had to do something in order to keep the American market.
You know, Jim, in the world that we live in, though, in which we deal with senior managements, a lot of multinational companies, and talk to a lot of these CEOs regularly, I don't really sense that they care that much about the numbers. And when I say the numbers, I mean the increased purchases by China, whether it's agricultural products or perhaps the commitments on some manufacturing as well. They care about forced technology transfers. They care about the continued stealing of intellectual property via cyber espionage, and they care about state support for those enterprises in China. There is some progress on that. The question is how much and how enforceable is it going to be?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the first thing that Secretary Mnuchin said is that this is going to try to stop what may stop forced technology transfer. You're absolutely right, David. I mean, that market has been, let's just say, open only in name, and there's been too much stealing. The tariffs maybe prevent them from stealing. I would love to hear that they admit that they've been stealing. Not to denigrate what we got, and I do think that we don't manufacture that much. If we manufactured more, then they buy more. It sounds like this could be good for Boeing, maybe a reason why Boeing stock hasn't gone down with all the new bad news. But, yeah, David, I mean, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of companies that would love to be there. Cisco, great example. But if you're going to steal everything, it's not worth it. Maybe that will change. I don't know.